All right, K9 Misfit members, here's challenge number 2. And again, we're trying to prevent jumping, which is all about impulse control. So now that you've got some basic deference where they offer you things, we're going to work on adding different stimulus to lots of different kinds of dogs. So here's Henny. The criteria today for all these dogs is down on the mat. Just would like you to down on the mat no matter what I do.
Yes.
Henny is the newest at this. She can't even do a stay on a mat right now. So I rush back, see what she's going to offer. I'm just using their kibble, so she's using her supper to train. If she leaves me for too long, I'll call her back so she doesn't practice leaving. Go down. I jump up. She's like, oh, that's exciting. Good. Reinforce the down. Jump up. Reinforce the down. Jump up. So she's struggling with it, so I'm going to reduce the stimulus a little by just bending. There. She's like, oh, that's exciting. Now, she's getting a little close to me, and I want to make sure the criteria is on the mat, not on my feet, not closer to the food. Give her a couple in a row, and she's doing well. It's called jackpotting. Then I try stepping to the side, and that really blows her mind. I like to use a lot of the different Misfits, because a lot of you have dogs like Henny, who aren't anywhere near what some of my other dogs are. So you can see how I work through things. You'll see I don't tell her she's wrong. I don't say no. I don't say down. She knows already to offer a down for things. And I've marked that criteria in this session, so she should continue to offer it.
Okay.
Then we're going to try running and giving her a fast down, which she does not know how to do yet.
Yes.
I bring her to the mat, lure her down. Don't reward until that bum is down. You hear Metro, he's very excited in the background. Then I try to see if Henny remembers me jumping up. She was quicker in her response and generalized a lot faster. You're seeing raw video here. So you're seeing the session from start to finish. Here's Wink. So Wink is a lot calmer than Henny and has a little bit more commands on her. And Wink loves to jump on people. She's light, but still it's not appropriate. So I've got to change up her stimulus by adding a few different things. Again, criteria is down on the mat. This doesn't mean you have to take the mat with you everywhere you go. Eventually it'll be down anywhere. I usually use a mat for filming purposes so I can stay in the frame. I see that I need to tan my legs. Down on the mat. I like to make sure I work both sides of the dog, depending on where they're at. So stalking is a big thing for Wink. When you stalk her, she starts to take off and run. So I'm just seeing if she can mix that up a little bit. Can I stalk you and you stay in a down? I turn my head upside down. Can I stand over you? Reinforce when she's down. I appreciate this looks a little crazy, but the world is not quiet and people approach you all different ways. So there I tried to slide into her, see what she would do. Pretty good choice. Then we move on to Mr. Guinness, and Guinness, for those of you that have met him in person, he is a very impulse-driven dog and likes to attack the face and lick the face and nibble on the nose. So he gets very excited about food, so sometimes you have to go back a step and make sure that he's not grabbing at the food like I'm doing here. Before you go back to the exercise of the criteria is down on the mat. Guinness has a little bit more training than Wink. So Guinness is very good at watching the gestures of the face, so I'm trying to do a lot of face work with him. Close up on his face, because that's a bigger stimulus for him. running in with my head low to simulate a child. Here's a hard one for him. He's got to get behind me and get on the mat. So I help him out a bit. There we go. Good choice. Again, lots of generalizing with dogs. Have them really think through things. Can I jump around on top? Run away, run back in. Fast, fast, fast. And if you struggle with this on your own, don't be afraid to use a leash and tie them. And then if they get up, just retreat. So there he backed up to the mat, which was so cool. Starting to use all parts of his body to think through the exercise. I jackpot him because that's really hard for him to lay still.
Yes.
Some jumping around, test where he's at with my arms. He's probably like, oh, she's crazy. That's okay, she gives me food. Again, I'm not bribing him here. I'm reinforcing. You might get a kibble, but I don't know when. Then we move on to Metro. Metro Man is young dog and a little bit impatient as far as training goes. The two-legged is never as quick as he is. So again, criteria down on the mat. He is very, very motivated by food. He gets almost obsessive about food and can guard it depending on the value. This is just kibble. So what I would like him to do again, criteria, down on the mat, regardless of what I do. But later you're going to see me really work him with some kibble and dropping kibble in front of him because that's a much higher stimulus than a person approaching.
Yes. Good.
I really want him to check in with me more and not stare at the food. So here's the food dish. You can see he's looking at the food, looking at my hand, looking at the food. He's barking. He's moving back and forth. What do I do? So I look for moments where he checks in. There, quick one. I might remind him of the watch command. See, he's so aroused by food. Drop some, block it with my hand. Good choice. He's a smart little guy. He learns really quick. So there's challenge number 2 for you. We're going to bring on the advanced one a little bit later and work them outside with people. So good luck. Let me know if you have questions, members, and thanks for joining us.